Hello, glorious darlings. I am so thankful that you're here with me this evening. And what I would love for us to melt into together is the powerhouse frequency and essence of resonating your wholeness as your God self. So, we all know that our reality is an extension of us. So we are the only one there ever is to change. And so the ultimate change is to bring our inner world into absolute resonant coherency with our supreme nature and truth as our divine self. And this is the embodiment of super consciousness. This is the symphony of self, of source, of love, our unique heart song that flows forth from our holy chalice in all the fabulous ways that it does, emanating the multi-prismatic array of all the facets of the diamond that encompass who we are as unique emanations of source energy from moment to moment to moment to moment. So, a huge part of this is one, relinquishing all of our inner content into the light of our supreme being and self. So, for me, at this stage, it is so simple to do this. I lean back and I give myself to myself. And I've shared this before, but I just create internal spaciousness for the light, the quintessence, the genius of pure source, of pure intelligence to flow and emanate through my chalice into the world unencumbered. So that internal spaciousness, deep breath circulating through the body, quieting the mind, just feeling, resonating, emanating the light of soul, of self, of source, of really pure brilliance in our being, luminous light intelligence, because light is information and is the information of our superconscious self. So being an open, clear temple and instrument for pure wisdom to flow, which is the ultimate fulfillment and satiation for us. It is soul nutrients to be a chalice of pure wisdom. It feeds us at the deepest levels of our heart and our beingness. And so the phrase enter the kingdom, and I actually want to shift this to embody the kingdom, and all else will be added to you. So when we embody the field, so this is true embodiment. We tend to think of embodiment as solely localized to this self, and it is in the regard that this self is embodying the supreme field of absolute divinity. It is our limitless light and a grand harmonic when we are operating at one with the truth of all that we are and frolicking through life in this way. And so when we are resonating, we embody the kingdom of love, of luminosity, of bliss, of beauty, however that energy of pleasure, however it wishes to express through us in any given moment, all the goodness and the nectar of life, we become powerful magnets for our own divinity. We live in the experiential reality of our own divinity. So it's, even actually beyond magnetism, we are being it and therefore we are experiencing it. The moment that we shift our perception into full awareness and resonance in our body of who we are in ultimate truth, and we carry ourselves in our wholeness as limitless, infinite artisans, what happens? Love starts to be drawn towards us. Love starts to reflect everywhere. We attract the ultimate in all things, in all beings, and in all expressions of the infinite. Love starts to present itself everywhere. Our true divine being starts to present itself. This is like the ultimate level of manifestation and mastery. I mean, clearly, as the embodiment of the field, we recognize that all potentials and possibilities are already manifest here and now. The truth of our supreme being is already manifest in its completion, in its wholeness, in its majesty, in its superabundance, being the exquisite prolifica of infinite prosperity. We are that energy. When we know we are that, when we carry ourselves in this way, when we resonate and vibrate the oneness of love, our wholeness as the eternal, what shows up? we experience, we live the full-fledged destiny of our divine self expressing everywhere in our reality that becomes our lived reality. So I would just invite, so let's just tune into this together for a moment to come into your inner space. I want you to feel yourself and the magnitude of your being as one limitless body of pure awareness, pure consciousness, living radiance, absolute benevolent divine energy. To feel yourself as this, to envelop and encompass yourself as this. This is true embodiment. And this energy will start to course through your circuitry. And, the only thing, the truest desire of all life is to know thyself and experience thyself. That's what we're looking to, because all of our desires are in precise alignment with the truth of who we are. So we might as well go directly to knowing who we are, recollecting and remembering who we are, encoding ourselves with the truth of who we are, being our best friend, ally, cheerleader, telling ourselves the almighty, magnificent truth. And then we become so fueled in the fulfillment of our wholeness as this energy because we recognize its power to create and continue to expound upon itself in our reality. All we want to do is share that with other people. This is really the greatest service and legacy that all of us have to offer, is to serve as reflectors for one another's ultimate truth, not the truth of the mind, the truth of our soul, of our essence, of our eternal flame, of who we are. So resonating our wholeness draws all things of likeness to us, meaning our divinity. It manifests and reflects itself everywhere in our reality. And of course, our encodements can be so unique to us, right? Like authoring and sculpting the narrative of our own supreme love novel and romance into being from our wholeness. So the wholeness is the foundation that sets the stage for the rest of our creation to unfurl just in such awe-captivatingly gorgeous ways. Novelty, beauty, adventure, all the splendors of the human experience. So resonating our wholeness, one, roots us into our pure power of knowing who we are. And that, my loves, is enough. It is more than enough to crystallize the destined reality of your divinity here and now. The moment that we have that perceptual shift, I can relax. Love is the only one here. My true being is the only one here. I can lift the veil and illuminate my awareness and come into resonance with my wholeness. And that state of being fundamentally alters the total tapestry of my existence everywhere at once simultaneously, because what happens in one place happens everywhere throughout the field simultaneously. This is the fastest way to update your reality in a moment, the blink of an eye. Key is to sustain this state of wholeness as we dance through life. And then from here, from our wholeness, we can begin to utilize the powerful paintbrush of our super consciousness to encode and encrypt our own embodiment with the resonance of the specifics of what we would love to experience. And so, again, I go to this space of thank you, self, thank you, love, thank you, life. Thank you, all that is and all that I am, for lavishing me in love and beauty and romance and just all the frequencies, right? So I feel and I know how supported and cherished I am by the totality of existence. And it's wild. It is truly wild what begins to show up, right? Because now God is showing up. Your source self is showing up through all fractal facets of the diamond of your being. It is a love extravaganza like none other. The prosperity shows up, the love shows up, the beauty shows up, the novelties of our divinity show up in all forms, right? Like it's just expressing itself through and as all forms. And you can be as specific as you wish with this. The most important thing is that we're resonating the symphony of our wholeness as the one. And this unto itself maximizes your entire reality through the unified field, everywhere at once, here and now. And so to stay in this resonance, this is the ultimate. This doesn't get spoken into a whole lot in many places, but I'm going to speak into it because it's the truth. All that we are looking to manifest is our God self. And so all that we have to do is embody our God self with impeccability, which means we remind ourselves of the truth. We saturate in the frequencies of the truth. We listen to things that engender us with the truth and the goodwill and the health and the vibrance of life from every possible angle and avenue of our existence. We be that energy fully, and we give ourselves whatever is required to live and dance and play in the embodiment of that energy. And voila, we are living our destiny. I love you all so incredibly much, and I hope this is of deep support to you, and I look forward to soaring again soon. Mwah.